Okay, let's think about this. Imagine your favorite drink, the one you grab every single day, just vanishes from the shelves. Well, that's pretty much what's happening right now across India. And it's created this huge vacuum in the market and the story of who might fill it. It's an absolute masterclass in business strategy. For so many people, this isn't just a can of soda. The silver Diet Coke can is, well, it's a lifestyle. It's a fixture on office desks. It's that guilt-free afternoon treat. It is an icon. But right now, in major cities all over India, this familiar sight has become incredibly, incredibly rare. So, what in the world is going on? Well, welcome to what people are calling the Great Diet Coke Drought of 2026. Seriously. What started as just a few out of stock signs has blown up into a national phenomenon, and we're going to break down exactly why it's happening. All right, first up, the vanishing silver can. Let's get right into why this famous product has basically disappeared. Okay, first things first, let's get one thing straight. Social media is having a field day with this, right? Memes everywhere, people hunting for the last few cans. But this is not some clever marketing gimmick. This is a real and actually very serious breakdown in the supply chain. So let's dig into the root of the problem. Because it turns out this isn't a local issue at all, it's a global one. And it all comes down to this number, $3,500. That is the insane price per ton for aluminum right now. Geopolitical tensions have thrown the whole global metals market into chaos, and the raw material you need to make the cans, it's just not getting through. So it's a pretty simple but brutal chain reaction. No metal means no cans. And if you're a product like Diet Coke, which completely depends on those cans, it means your production line just grinds to a halt. And this, right here, is Diet Coke's Achilles heel. See, regular Coke, it's flexible. You can get it in plastic bottles literally anywhere. But Diet Coke in India, its whole identity is welded to that slim silver can. It's a trap. No can, no product. End of story. So the market leader is officially missing in action. And, this kind of disruption is where business gets really exciting. It just kicks the door wide open for a challenger. And in this case, it's a name you probably wouldn't expect in the coal wars. On one side, you have the global giant temporarily sidelined by its own supply chain. And on the other, you have India's own dairy powerhouse, Amul, which has been making some quiet but interesting moves in the beverage world with its true cola seltzer. Let's look at what Amul already has on the shelves. Their current cola seltzer is actually pretty smart. It's already tackling the big complaints people have about traditional sodas. It has no caffeine, it has no phosphoric acid, which is a huge no-no for a lot of health-conscious folks, and it's got this unique fruity fizzy thing going on. It's already positioned as a healthier choice. Okay, this is where it all gets really, really interesting. This is Amul's big what if moment. What if Amul decides not to just fill the gap, but to launch a direct assault on Diet Coke's empty throne? This is the question that could change everything. What happens if Amul takes its existing formula, makes it zero sugar, and here's the masterstroke, packages it in a sleek, premium silver can? It's such a simple move, but one that could completely redraw the beverage map. And the psychology here is just crucial. On a store shelf, a silver can instantly screams premium, light, healthy. By just switching from their current design to silver, Amul could visually hijack the exact consumer mindset that Diet Coke spent decades and millions of dollars building. Then comes the knockout punch, the price. Diet Coke, when you can even find it, is floating around 40 to 70 rupees. Amul, with its massive domestic power, could probably drop a zero sugar version on the shelf for just 35 to 40 rupees. That's not just competitive, folks, that's a kill shot. And they can get it everywhere, let's be honest. Diet Coke is mostly an urban, app delivery kind of product. But Amul's distribution network, it's legendary. It goes from the biggest city mall right down to the tiniest village store. Their reach is just on another level. And finally, think about this. They wouldn't just be offering a substitute, but a genuine upgrade. By combining zero sugar with what they already have, no phosphoric acid, no caffeine, Amul would be offering a drink that is objectively healthier, fitting perfectly with how modern consumers want to live. So, what's the verdict here? Let's zoom out. This isn't just about filling a gap on a shelf. This is about the potential to take over an entire lifestyle category. And it really comes down to this fundamental lesson in business.
This whole Diet Coke drought proves there is a huge, dedicated market for that silver can lifestyle. But brand loyalty doesn't mean a thing if your product isn't there to be bought. Availability is king.
I mean, just look at the chart. It lays it all out on every single key metric: price, reach, health factors, and the most important one right now, availability. Amul's Potential Diet True doesn't just compete, it absolutely dominates. The logic here is just undeniable. And a move like this would speak directly to this person, the modern, health-conscious Indian consumer who cares about choice, price, and what they're putting in their body. They're not just waiting around for an old favorite to come back, they are so ready for a better alternative. So the final verdict is crystal clear. By combining a healthier product, a killer price point, and unbeatable distribution, all wrapped up in that iconic silver can, Amul wouldn't just be filling a shelf, they'd be claiming a throne.
And all of this leaves us with one final, really provocative thought. For decades, Amul has been the taste of India. But with the market wide open and thirsty for a new hero, is it now time for it to become the diet of India? The opportunity is right there for the taking.